Hey y'all, Matt here from RetroOnly.com. Today we're going to be answering another question that we hear often on our channel and also on our website, RetroOnly.com. And that question is the Wii console still worth buying? Before we get into that question, please be sure to like this video and also subscribe to our channel if you want to learn more about retro gaming and other retro items. So is the Wii still worth buying? I'm recording this video towards the end of 2020, and the Wii has been out as of now for approximately 14 years. That's obviously quite a long time for a gaming console, but yet it is still in high demand. I just checked the current prices on eBay, and just the console itself with the cords, not with any controllers, not with any games, are still running $50 to $75 regularly. And if you go on Amazon, they're even more expensive than that, running $75 to $100 all of the time, again, just for the console and the cords, not including controllers, games. To get a setup of a Wii with a couple of controllers and with a few different games, you're going to easily spend $100, $150, $200, again, depending on what games that you get. So is it worth buying? That's the question we're going to answer today. And honestly, it really comes down to your personal preference. I, as you see here, have a Wii. I've actually had this Wii for a considerable period of time, I think 6 or 8 years. I didn't buy it when it first came out, but I did buy it right after I became a dad for the first time. And my children love to play on this console. Now, I play it every now and again. We'll play the Wii Sports and we'll do Wii Bowling and those sorts of things. And that's really why I purchased this specific Wii console. At that time when I purchased it, I could have purchased a newer Nintendo console than the Wii. But I purchased it because of the fun games that it has available for it that are great for kids. So the Wii Sports that it has available, you can of course play Mario and all sorts of other games on it, but especially the ones that are great for kids, the Wii's really helpful. It's really easy for the kids to pick up since it has the Wiimotes, which are down here. It's really easy for kids to pick up and learn how to play these simply because they have to move them, they have to shake them, they have to do that sort of thing. And that's much easier than pushing a specific combo of buttons on, say, an Xbox One controller or a PlayStation 4 or 5 controller. And so that's what makes the Wii really good in regards to families. Now, as I said, the pricing's still a bit high, and honestly, I don't see it going down anytime soon. Nintendo prices for their games, for their gaming consoles, they stay relatively high a good period of the time. They don't normally drop after a few years like many of the other consoles will. For example, if you go to purchase an original Xbox or even an Xbox 360, like the one I have right here behind me, I've got the 360. If you were to go and purchase that, you would pay a lot less than what it originally sold for, whereas Nintendo consoles normally don't drop like that. The Switch has been out for multiple years now, and the price is still exactly the same. And there's still high demand for it as well. The same thing is true for the Wii. The price has dropped some since it was released. It's released 14 years ago, so I would hope so. And there was a lot of them on the market. They're used. People sell them as they don't have kids or don't play games or those sorts of things anymore. But is it worth buying? If you have a family, I would 100% say that the Wii is still worth buying, even now in 2020, going into 2021. The Wii is still a good console to buy, simply because of the fun that kids can have on it, especially younger kids. I have a 5-year-old and a 9-year-old and also a 2-year-old. My 5-year-old and 9-year-old can both play on this console. Now, they're not very good. My 5-year-old sometimes gets upset when my 9-year-old will beat him at bowling or will beat him at sword play like they have on the Wii Sports. And so he gets a little upset by that. But when you compare that to an Xbox or compare that to some of the other consoles out there, it's much easier for younger children to pick up and to have fun with a group. So that's one pro to it. If you're an advanced gamer, you get all the new consoles when they come out and you're used to playing, you're maybe in your late teens, early 20s, into your 30s. That's my age. I'm into my early 30s now. I personally wouldn't go and buy the Wii if it was just for me. It works great for my family. I play it every now and again with my kids. They enjoy playing it. But if I was a single, if I didn't have kids, if I didn't have a family, if I didn't have nieces, nephews, those sorts of things that came over to play it, I wouldn't recommend buying it. It's not really great for a single person, single guy, single girl, just to play the Wii, although it can be fun if you play with groups, those sorts of things, simply because of the competitive aspect of it. And again, it's easy to pick up. So if you're a single person, don't really have a lot of friends that you play games with outside and maybe online, those sorts of things, it's really not a good console for you. For parties, however, the Wii does do really, really well. And that's simply because, again, it's super easy to pick up and learn. My wife is not a big gamer at all. She played a little bit of Nintendo 64 growing up. but her brothers always stole it, and so she never really learned how to play it that much. She plays N64, or has played N64 more since we've been married than she did as a kid, so because she now has access to it. So in regards to like a group of people being able to have fun and play with it, the Wii's great for that. Simply because, again, you got Wii Sports, you got all sorts of other games that you can do multiplayer on. Super easy to pick up, super easy to learn the variety of games on it. The Wii Sports Resort is a great option for you going out and taking it to a party, or having a party at your house, and just throw it up on the screen, and instead of having a movie playing in the background or those sorts of things, you get to have add a competitive aspect to your next party that you have over. So maybe you have a game night and you play board games and those sorts of things. It's great to throw this up on the TV and have that as a competitive option going as well, since you can easily add the 4 players. The remotes are wireless, so you don't have to worry about people tripping over cords, those sorts of things. So it's great for parties. Overall, whether the Wii is good to buy now in 2020, going into 2021, and even in the future, really depends on how you're going to use it. If you are looking for the latest and greatest graphics, the Wii's not for you. If you're looking for the absolute best games, the newest games, of course the Wii's not for you. It's 14 years old, going to be 15 years old next year. Of course it's not for you. But if you're looking for a fun console that's super easy for kids to pick up, to play with friends, maybe who aren't into gaming that much, this is an excellent console for that. Makes a great Christmas present, makes a great birthday present, still after almost 15 years, and it still works great for that, simply because of how easy it is to play. There's nothing better than when you're having friends or family over to simply throw a game into the Wii and let the kids have at it. You know, get 4 kids and they're now going to bowl against each other. The adults get in on the action too. You can do teams, you can do all sorts of things. You can fight it, you know, even put up a leaderboard and see who has the best bowling score at the end of the day. All sorts of fun things you can do. But that is really what the Wii is good for still now in 2020, going into 2021. It is good for those sorts of things. In regards to if a single person should buy it, if you're single, probably not. It's really not worth it. If I was single, I honestly wouldn't play on the Wii that much. I would choose to play on one of the retro consoles that I have, or choose to play on one of the Xboxes, or the Xboxes that I have, or something like that. So personally, if you're single, I wouldn't worry about it. It's probably not worth buying. However, if you're buying it for kids, grandkids, anything like that, the Wii is still worth purchasing almost 15 years after it was released, in my opinion. Again, my name is Matt from RetroOnly.com. If you have any questions about the Wii or about any other retro gaming consoles at all, feel free to comment below, and I'll try to answer it as best I can. Or also maybe I'll try and do a video on it as well. If it's a good question that we hear often here on the channel, or hear often on our website as well, I'll try and throw a video up on it as well and answer those questions as well. Please don't forget to like this video. Also subscribe to our channel. Check out our website, RetroOnly.com. Have a great day.